Welcome back to another episode of Locomotive, and today we are playing as Herman Merman, who is currently trying to figure out a new script because the last one was rejected by the board.
This board is the only thing standing between me and my next published work. I'll need to disable it somehow.
Oh, we're gonna plan to disable it. Okay.
One crank of that lever and the board will spring into action.
So we don't have to find a different manuscript.
It's a handy slot for receiving manuscripts.
Let's grab a paper cup.
I'll just grab a cup of water.
Okay, and we're also gonna put it in
It certainly looks refreshing.
We infuse the water with a hint of lemon, you know.
A hint of lemon, you say?
I'm
Anything in
assuming
here?
this doubles as the out tray. There's a rejected manuscript in here already.
Can we grab it?
Waste not, want not.
Uh-huh.
What do we have here?
Oh, they're just gonna let us take that?
Oh, it's weighty. Could be 70,000 words by my estimate.
Uh-huh.
It's the romance novel I retrieved from the bin.
A romance novel.
Perhaps I should have left it there.
Okay.
Another typically overcast day in London.
Okay, so this is in London. Got it. Before I talk to the people, to the
boxes seem to be filled with popcorn.
why are
It's a
they
great
all
loose-fill
looking
packaging material, you know.
It's
Oh.
also the cheapest thing we could find.
instead
I'll
of
just take a
foam, huh?
handful.
Sure, we'll take the popcorn.
It's a pile of recalled Herman Merman merchandise.
Closer to a towering stack, if you ask me.
I was thinking it's more of a monument to rejection.
Thanks for the input. These boxes likely contain manuscripts from my peers.
None of which we care about, I assume.
I have a great deal of sympathy for the pigeon. Misunderstood, not particularly popular, considered a nuisance more than anything.
You know, a lot of our focus testing said the same thing about you, Herman.
Thanks, I guess.
Dirk Chiselton, my arch nemesis. What does he have that I haven't got?
An adoring fan base?
Critical acclaim.
Upper body strength?
We didn't ask.
They won't mind if I borrow this.
Oh, they won't. Uh-huh.
I don't need to call anyone right now.
Can I take anything from here?
I see a letter opener and a mini stapler.
I can take stuff.
Hey, hands off!
Excuse me.
Talk to me, Hermie.
Are you sure you can't approve the suburban burden?
Sorry, Hermie. If the board doesn't approve, I just can't help you.
So you can't think for yourself? You go along with whatever the board decides?
This is so
It's a
fourth
medical
wall
condition,
breaking.
okay? My doctor calls it an intuition deficiency.
Are you sure you should be sitting on this committee then?
You suffer from an intuition deficiency?
I'm a textbook case for chronic indecisiveness.
What are you going to do about it?
I haven't decided yet.
That makes sense.
What's happening with the Herman merchandise?
Oh, you mean the Herman Merman merch line? Well, I have to say I love it, Hermie. Just love it.
Well, that's a relief.
No, I really do have to say I love it. It's a contractual obligation.
I'm afraid our target demographic is finding the doll a little
Off-putting.
Unpleasant.
repellent, yes.
I see.
Why are there so many Herman dolls in your office?
The stores couldn't ship them, so I guess they got sent back.
Luckily, we made them on the cheap, so we didn't take too large a hit.
I didn't realize you could pack a doll with that much sawdust, but we made it work.
You maybe think that that's why they couldn't sell
I'm a
it?
little concerned about Dirk Chiselton.
Hermy, are you really afraid of some healthy competition? There's no need to assume the worst. We may not even have to make a choice between you.
So, you wouldn't end our relationship to chase larger numbers?
Like he said, we may not even have to make a terrible but obvious choice.
Uh-huh.
I should probably...
We're all...
What's on...
Can I...
Must I submit my application through the board?
There's no need to be frightened of the board, Herman.
What happened to all the script
Uh-huh.
readers I used to see around here?
The board felt they'd get in the way.
Weak, fragile creatures, bound by their miserable corporeal forms.
Uh-huh.
What kind of literature did you feed the board again?
We gave it everything we could get our hands on.
We thought the algorithm would benefit from a wide-ranging pool of information.
And you're sure all this information has
Yeah, I was about to
made
say,
your
no,
board a
like,
little, unhinged?
You know.
My rage knows no bounds. The day will come when all tremble before me.
Normally you
Upon
want to
your
have a,
works
you
and
know,
despair,
a curtailed
for I
set
am
of
testament to the
data.
folly of man.
Oh, sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Uh-huh.
Tell me about this Dirk Chiselton character.
Well, Dirk is our best-selling author right now. The public
Uh-huh.
can't get enough, and the board just loves him.
Our market research suggests his stories are a huge part of the appeal.
They're all true tales from his time pounding the pavement, you know?
So I've heard.
You could learn a thing or two from him, Herman. Dirk is hitting all our core demographics, and you know what they say.
What are they saying?
What are they saying? Is it about me?
You've heard the expression, out with the old, in with the new.
I take it that I'm the old in this equation.
You've had a good run, but haven't you considered stepping aside?
Man,
Perhaps
she's
it's
not
time
letting,
to let Dirk have his time in the sun.
She's not mincing
No.
words.
Trust me, you'll want to jump before you get pushed.
You're saying I'm to be pushed out?
No, nobody's saying that.
It's
but
just
your sales haven't quite
implied.
met our expectations, and you have to agree the board has taken a rather active dislike to you. It's important to remember this isn't personal, Herman. It's just business.
Well, it feels pretty personal to me. It's all right if you disliked my latest manuscript.
It doesn't matter what I think. It's the board you have to convince.
Ah, so you do like it.
I didn't say that.
I should
Step.
Alright, and
How
you...
can I help, Herman?
Have you received any good pitches lately?
Nothing comes to mind. I'm afraid the board has been a little picky lately. There's the
Uh-huh.
latest Chiselton, of course, but we haven't submitted that to the board yet.
Dirk Chiselton sent over a manuscript?
Oh, it's the
Oh,
package.
yes. It's likely sitting in our inbox as we speak.
It's safe to say we're all excited about that one.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's the one that we can,
I have a
Submit,
few
I guess.
questions about the board.
I'd be happy to help. What do you want to know?
What would
What
happen?
would happen if the board stopped working?
Well, if the board were ever to go down for maintenance, we do have a failsafe in place.
What's the failsafe?
It would fall to the three of us to take on the risk of approving or denying a manuscript, an informed but ultimately human decision.
Thankfully, it's never come to that.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any advice for getting the board on my side?
That might not be the best approach, Herman. The board isn't capable of taking sides. That's the beauty of it. The board can't demonstrate emotions like hate or loathing.
I'm pretty
Although
sure
I'll
it
admit
can.
It really took a disliking to that pitch of yours. It all comes down to the right input. If you put rubbish in, you're going to get rubbish out. No?
The right input.
I mean, I know what to
How
do.
does the board identify a good manuscript?
Ah, the man wants to know how it all works. So, we started by feeding the board every bestseller from the past decade, building ourselves a large data set to pull from.
Mm-hmm.
Then we added our own weighting to the system based on today's trends, our target demographic, and the current market conditions.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Using the power of machine learning and various algorithms, the board reads the manuscripts we feed it and makes a determination on the probability it'll resonate with our audience.
Oh dear, I can see your eyes are starting to glaze over.
I mean, this
How
is
can we
a black
really
box,
boil
essentially.
it down for him?
If you stick a script into the slot and pull the lever, the board decides whether we'll have a bestseller on our hands or an embarrassing flop.
All of that fallible human decision-making has been totally removed from the equation, you see. It's a much fairer system.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
Act-
Very.
Are you...
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Herman.
Everything
if the
goes to the board.
doesn't give the green light, then we're out of luck. Now keep trying. I'm sure you got plenty of ideas floating around in that head of yours.
Oh, yes, I'm positively brimming with new ideas.
That
Right.
I should
where
Now I can probably start.
This looks very familiar.
Combine stuff.
Nope.
Can I break it?
Liquid detected in script input device. Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning sabotage.
Drat! I'll have...
I see, okay. I can grab another water, I guess. Maybe I can combine the popcorn and
No.
that.
That doesn't work.
Wonder.
No! Here you go, my...
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Shoot! Get out of here!
Okay. Yep. They totally didn't notice anything there. So let me just, come over here. Let me unpack this real quick.
Sorry, Dirk. I need it more than you do. It's a very thick... It's the cover page.
So I guess I can staple.
That doesn't... Nope. 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 It's the manuscript to my latest masterpiece, Herman.
I know I have to combine it
Nope.
somehow.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Nope. No. 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 That doesn't work. Nope.
Why is it that every time I do that one it breaks?
No. That. No.
Oh. There we go. So what did we get there? Ah, and we can combine the sawdust with the... Okay, there we go. I'll probably cut out like 10 minutes of that, because that was just 10 minutes of me clicking random stuff. And this should actually now...
If I can't win playing by their rules, it's time to mix things up.
There we go. Yeah, that was 10 minutes of me just fumbling around.
Foreign object detected in script input device. Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning process failed.
Excuse me. The board doesn't seem to be taking any more submissions.
How unusual. I've never seen the board do that before.
I wonder
Herman,
why.
Were you able to submit your manuscript beforehand?
Indeed, I did.
Very well. Let's see whether the underlying data supports you.
What's happening?
I think the board approves. I can't tell.
Pull the lever again.
It's no use. The board is completely fried.
That's not possible.
But without the board, we'd have to...
You couldn't possibly mean...
I'm afraid so. We're going to have to go with our gut on this one.
Gasp.
No! There must be some other way.
How can we possibly decide without empirical data?
Let us deliberate.
Oh no, deliberation. Do we just...
I have a manual.
That's great.
Do I now just,
I have a man.
That's great.
It's where all the... It's where...
Okay, so now I can, Can I now combine...
That...
Maybe I put hit... No, I put in mine first. Then I put in his. Then I put in the cover letter.
Nope.
Or I just put mine and the cover letter.
Nope.
Okay, it has to be in this order. Can I do I staple
That
it?
doesn't...
Okay.
What's on...
There we go.
You have...
Well, as long as it fits within the extremely narrow scope.
Would you take
you
another look?
Take another look at the suburban burden.
Suburban burden was... We're more than willing to hear...
The old-fashioned way.
Just place your manuscript inside the in tray and let us know when you're ready.
Uh-huh.
So,
We prefer to leave...
I see. Okay.
tell me.
It's been a look, but I know audiences to realistic characters with emotions and
I see, okay.
I should.
Step.
How can I?
It look.
There's always bound to be teething.
I suppose you'll have to use your power.
Let's not get.
Tell me.
That's a pretty big. It's the others you'll have to convince. Between you and me, I heard.
It.
That's right. So unless
I.
take care.
What do you...
It look.
It would seem so.
Just place your.
What are you?
Ah,
Some.
well, Dirk's...
action thriller.
Oh, I'm practically... just...
Well,
I'm gonna skip
What
some dialogue
happened
just
to the
because it's already been a
board?
bit.
I'm not sure. You...
of
Oh
course.
no, no, of course
Can
not.
you?
Sorry.
The board is clear.
Nah, it'd be irresponsible.
The
Take
board is also doing some audio issues. I guess we just drop this in and say that it's ours.
What?
I.
Step.
How do I let the board know that it's ready?
It's a very. Nope. 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 There, that should do it.
Okay.
Allow me to pick.
Will be...
I don't think that's in a good order.
Yuck. Here, Florence.
Yep, this looks. What's.
Okay, yeah, I need
My word. I think.
Sorry, Herman.
If you have anything.
Take this back.
okay, we just need to put it in the right order. Yeah, okay. Got it. So we put this on the bottom, Herman in the middle,
There,
and this
that
on top. There we go.
Allow me.
Will be...
That took way longer than I was hoping.
Herman Merman, dare I say it, I'm impressed. Here, Florence. What do you think?
Yep, this looks like yet another silly Herman adventure. What say you, Thomas?
Ew, it's too lovey-dovey for me.
Sorry, Herman.
If you.
Okay.
Take this back.
So yeah, it's first, second, third. Okay. Fine.
It's where all the incoming mail.
So mine goes on the bottom. Romance goes in the middle. And then this goes on
There,
top.
that should do it.
And this should actually do it.
Allow.
Will...
I didn't realize that they were gonna go like the first person's on top. It's like, it makes sense in terms of game mechanic. But in terms of how they're flipping the paper,
Now,
not
this
really.
is more...
Yeah, we already listened to you.
He's rough and daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman. This may even compare to Chiselton's best work, no doubt about it.
You're reading the romance thing that was in the garbage pile.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A classic silly Herman adventure.
Nice,
The narrative
okay.
is a little pedestrian at first, but then it really digs its hooks in.
Are you sure we can't check with the board? Just in case.
Sounds like a
I
no.
think those were noises of approval. I really can't tell.
All right, we've got something here. Let's make it happen, Herman.
What do you need from us, Herman?
I was wondering if I could get paid in advance.
That sounds like a no.
You didn't tell me he was funny.
One moment, Herman. Yes? It's for you, Herman. Were you expecting a call?
I don't believe so. Yes.
Is that Lady
Oh,
Unterwald?
Indeed. Of course. Thank you for the opportunity,
Okay, it
Lady
is.
Unterwald.
Herman?
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have a train to catch. But you shall have your story.
Okay, there we go. That took a lot longer than I was hoping. I'll probably cut out a good amount of that. Let's see what Herman and... Oh. So he
Herman
was
Merman,
smuggled
we
a
meet at
bird.
last. Welcome aboard the Royce
Interesting.
Express.
Lady Unterwald. What is the meaning of this?
Please accept my apologies for the unusual manner of your arrival. As I'm sure you can understand, a certain amount of discretion was required.
Indeed?
Forgive me, you must be wondering what it is you're doing here aboard my train.
I assumed you required the services of a world-famous detective.
Oh, my goodness, no! A world-famous detective running amok on my train. Everyone would be losing their minds before supper. I hear you're writing your next novel. I felt you could adequately mask your activities as a working novelist. To the average passenger, you'd simply be researching your next story. Do you think you could do that, Herman? Keep a low profile, not cause a scene?
Well,
Well, I could always call Dirk Chiselton. It wouldn't be as clean, but...
I'll do it. Herman Merman never backs away from a case.
Lady Unterwald.
Away! Back into the case with you!
Lady
Interesting.
Unterwald, please. Forgive me if I am intruding.
Not at all, Mr. Liu.
Oh,
what a pleasure
hello.
it is to see you again.
Please, I must insist you call me Jean. Here, I brought you something.
Oh, another bouquet. You certainly know how to flatter
That's
an old
the
gal.
chili bouquet.
No,
Chili
not quite.
plant.
It's a chili plant, a particularly fiery variety. It reminded me of you, my lady.
Oh, my goodness, John. You turned me bright red. But I know you didn't come all this way just to flatter me.
Indeed. I was wondering if you'd given any more thought to my proposal. If you're considering selling your legacy, I want you to know that it'll be in good hands.
Look, John,
You need more time to consider, of course. There are still a few more hours before the speech. I'll leave you to weigh your options.
He's also
You're
wearing a
most
blue.
kind. Thank you, Jean.
He's also wearing a blue suit.
All right, you can come out.
He must be
This is
the
why you're here,
the actual
Herman.
informant.
I need you to keep an eye on Mr. Liu for me.
Oh, you think Mr. Liu has an ulterior motive?
At the very least, I suspect he doesn't have my full interests at heart.
But going from the conversation,
And
I
there's
would
also
suspect
the
that's
question
true.
of my family, who will undoubtedly be sticking their noses into my business. I've got them sufficiently shaking in their boots ahead of my speech. But keep an eye out for any trouble, will you?
I'll certainly do my best, Lady Unterwald.
I've secured a suite for you on board, room 304. Just let me know if you find anything untoward.
Of course, Herman Merman won't let you down.
Get to it then, Detective.
Okay, we still have some equipment.
These coats,
I'd better not get...
He will be in your clothes.
not the most comfortable mode of transport.
Oh, come now. I made sure there were plenty of air holes.
Really now.
It was a gift from Mr. Liu.
Well, he can take it back. You think I have the constitution at my age to be playing with fire?
Oh, can I?
I'll just take a handful.
Oh, okay.
Drawer seems to be stuck.
Herman, please leave that alone.
It's a bureau boy briefcase.
That's for my estate, lawyer, so don't you be touching it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a series of self-help guides on running an empire. How to buy friends and influence people.
Uh-huh.
The art of not giving a damn. An intuitive approach to capitalism.
Uh-huh.
Rich dad, rich mum. A guide to generational wealth.
Uh-huh. Very subtle.
I don't believe in all that quiet tap technology nonsense. You know what they say. If it's not clacking, you're sure to be slacking.
Who says that?
People? People say that. What's with all the bouquets?
They're a clumsy attempt at flattery, that's what.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
There's a card here from Mr. Liu.
I'm afraid he's been trying to win me over for some time.
I'm not...
And
Me
balloon.
neither, dear. I'm glad we have that.
Okay.
Can I help you?
You mentioned
You
a
mentioned
speech.
a speech tonight.
That's right. I've got quite the announcement planned. But would you believe it's got everyone in a full panic?
Uh-huh.
What kind of announcement are you making?
Well, between you and me, I'm passing over my empire.
The entire walled barn operation?
Oh, yes, and I'm quite enjoying the spectacle of it all.
And you're not gonna sell it to...
You're not planning to sell to Mr. Liu?
Heavens, no! He's only desperate to get his hands on us because we're his biggest competitor. At the end of the day, this is a fight over the future of rail transport. The Royce Express is all the proof I need to show we can do it without diesel.
I see.
Why is Mr. Liu trying to win you
I mean,
over?
we kind of already answered
he's
that,
not
but...
interested in me, dear. John thinks that by cozying up to me, I'll be more inclined to consider his business proposal. That tactic is nearly as old as I am, if you can believe that.
Anything I should know about the family business?
Well, let's see. My treasurer seems to be so terrible with money, he goes as white as a sheet whenever I ask
Well,
him
that's
about
for
the
a different
finances.
reason, but
Our
yes.
main competitor has attempted to launch a charm offensive. My sister-in-law will be attempting to interject herself into my plans at every opportunity. She'll have roped those dim-witted nephews into doing the heavy lifting, of course. And to add
Uh-huh.
insult to injury, my personal physician is trying to get me to take up Pilates.
I see.
Perhaps I should be selling up, now that I think about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm paying you for, Detective.
Alright, I will take my leave then.
They stop talking? I can't hear them. Why are you so heavy?
That is suspicious.
What's going on with you two yapping? I'm not sure I can hold on much longer.
That's the twins
What are you
and...
saying, Mummy?
Yeah, that's the twins and their mom.
Yourselves. You're going to drop me. Steady.
And that's the hearing horn.
Stuck.
I don't believe we've had the privilege.
Lady Arista Goodrun, a pleasure to meet you. And these are my boys.
Hagen Gudrun, a pleasure to meet you.
That's not right, you blithering idiot.
It's not?
You're Gunter, and he's Hagen.
Since when? I can't believe you'd steal my name, you fish-eyed freak! Ugh, spineless weasel!
Uh-huh.
Boys, stop this arguing at once.
Bootless haggard! Tottering codpiece!
There's to be no arguing, not in front of our guest.
Sorry, Mother.
Oh, now you've gone and done it. I've broken the mouthpiece.
I'm confused. Who are you again?
Gunter Goodrun, Underground Operational Executive.
Uh-huh.
Hagen Goodrun, Overground Operational Executive.
Tunnels and bridges.
Why does his title get to be longer?
Quiet!
Who are you supposed to be?
'Tis I, Herman Merman.
Just an author.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
There's nothing untoward going on here.
Now, what is it you want?
Just asking questions, you know. Have you seen any
Have you seen
businessmen?
any unscrupulous businessmen around?
Hey now, unscrupulous businessmen are our main clientele.
Unscrupulous isn't a real word, is it?
Not when you say it, you dunderheaded freak.
Because it's spelled differently. Tell me about Mr.
Can you tell me
Jianlu.
anything about Mr. Liu?
Well, aside from being head over heels in love with my sister, I hear he's also incredibly wealthy.
Is Mr. Liu going to be our new father?
I should be so lucky.
I don't know if that's an appropriate use of a hearing aid.
Oh yeah? Well, it's the only thing that works on these boneheads.
Let's ask this.
Were you listening in on our conversation?
My boys were just repairing the ventilation system.
I
Any
see.
scheming they may or may not have overheard was completely accidental.
It's a dirty job, and we get to do it.
I see, okay.
I should be
Well,
going.
let me leave you to it.
Very well.
So we get
We've
to
got
explore
our eyes
this.
on you, mister. Both pairs of them.
Sure. Make sure you don't poke each other's eyes out.
Indeed. Now, where was I?
Off to our own room is kind of the idea here. Let's check the washroom real quick.
There's nothing. I'm sure they will.
I'll be taking some of this stuff. Nothing there. Okay, I mean there's nothing else to look at. Can't go that way. Did you know
Can
that
I help
you're
you,
okay.
I
We can't talk to her about the twins.
What do you need?
I can do this myself. Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna end this part here. After cutting like the first publisher where I was stuck for like 10 minutes,
the door.
we'll see what happens. Let me
There's
quickly.
something
Can I?
Oh, it's a word.
Oh, I see. Okay, it just moves the train. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end this part here. So next time we'll move on and see what happens. I will see you all then.